Hello, this is Pastor Bob, and this is Driving Around with Pastor Bob. Hey, just kidding. I'm just imitating a very good man. But I'm going to record this video in my car. My car was parked in the yard, but now I'm in the car driving. So here I am in the car, and I'm driving back from my little men's fellowship group, and somebody brought up some discussion topics, and it triggered a story in my mind that I'm going to tell. So I'm telling another man's story and talking about another man's situation, struggle, sin. Is there redemption in this story? Well, you have to find out. You have to watch till the end to find out if there's redemption. So I'm talking about somebody else. I helped this guy write his biography. I was listed as a co-writer of Honestly by Michael Sweet. And there's a story that he told that when he told this story, I knew that, during the promotional tour, the Howard Stern wannabe secular rock radio station DJ, they're going to pull this story out. I read the book and I want to hear more about blah, 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 this story. And a little prequel to the story, some background information. Those of you who are Stryper fans might remember the Against the Law album. That's my favorite Stryper album. There's a lot of good albums to choose from, and it's hard to say one's better than the other, but this is my personal favorite. I always use that word favorite when I did the readers polls. It was never best guitar player or best drummer. It was always favorite, because it's just our opinion. It's what people like, and it's their opinion, which can change over time. It's based upon something they're enjoying, not the evaluation of putting one person down and elevating another and using the word best. So this little squirrel, another side story for you. But one of my favorite albums is Against the Law. But when Stryper was making Against the Law, as Michael told me in the 17 hours of interviews that I did with him in writing that book, co-writing it, the guys were starting to compromise a little bit. First, somebody brought a six-pack to the studio when they were recording, and then next time everybody brought a six-pack. There's 4 six-packs, and so they were starting to compromise, and they finished the album, and they went out on a promotional tour. And in order that was not speaking in tongues, that was me just going la, 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 la. But anyway, in order to cover more ground, the band split up into pairs. So Robert and Tim went to, I guess, the West Coast promotional stops, and Michael and Oz went to the East Coast and did some promotional tours. And Michael shared with me, and I'm gonna have to double check this fact and make sure it made it in the book, because I remember him specifically telling me in an interview what was going on. But guys in the band were married, and Michael said he was compromising and making out with girls on the promotional tour. He didn't go all the way, but he's going to third base, and that was obviously not good for his marriage. Even though he wasn't crossing the line and going all the way, he was going to third base. But they was in this lifestyle. They were drinking more. They were compromising in this area, and he was at a strip club in Minneapolis, Minnesota, that is apparently called Solid Gold. And he was there with Rick Nielsen, the guitar player for Cheap Trick, and David Cassidy of the Partridge Family. And while they were there, David Cassidy looks over, and I can imagine his head bobbing like this. Christian band, huh? And man, like a knife through the heart, that was probably the moment that caused Michael to realize, oh man, I am blowing it here. I need to repent. And at that point, I think he made the decision that it was a turn, a shifting, and he was like, he quit Stryper, and he switched Stryper, spend more time with his wife, and man, saved his marriage, became a better father, I'm sure. But that point of somebody watching him, watching his behavior, David Cassidy of all people, Christian band, huh? And man, that must have hurt like a ton of bricks. And so I share that story because it's such a powerful story. I think it's moving to realize that, you know, people are watching us. You know, when men become new fathers, they hear the encouragement. Little eyes are always watching you. Be on your good behavior, because they're not taught things, they're caught things. They catch things. They observe with their eyes, and what you do is watched. And it's not just with little kids, it's with our peers, it's with the men around us, it's with David Cassidy and Rick Nielsen, the people that are sitting next to us. They're watching our behavior, and so, man, that's important. So, join the discussion.